Hello, this is perhaps the most exciting yet simple tutorial for my HOI4 series yet. In this episode, we will learn how to urgently manage our army maneuvers since our army does not seem to be doing well in this African country. The first most important thing you should learn is you should draw rectangles on your screen. Often when you go to your desktop, if you're on a desktop computer or a Mac, you probably have to select some files. So just pretend these countries are files and select them by drawing a rectangle like this. If there are divisions within that, which will appear as those little flags, which will change color depending on what army they're assigned to, or change their icons above them depending on what kind of divisions they are, you can simply draw a rectangle and you'll select them. So you can either delete them here by clicking the red icon, or you can click your general, new army, not this one. This is a new army group. You want to choose your new army. And then whenever you click the new army, you'll get these specific divisions. Also, if you pick a bunch of other divisions, select them, instead of just assigning them to a new army completely, you can right-click on an already existing army, reassign armies, boom, and you'll get. Don't worry if you don't get a pop-up. It doesn't appear if you don't already have them to an army. That's just for me. But yeah, you can put them in groups just like this. So now whenever I select this, I get these divisions over here and these over here. So we're going to take these land divisions and we're going to change our speed to careful, execute, or aggressive. So we're going to choose aggressive because we're attacking, and we're going to click the front line, pick where we want to assign them, and click here. So you'll see that these divisions from over here will go to the nearest port, which is in Rome, and they'll move all the way to Ethiopia. They'll be moving through the channels which we have. They're going to go to Libya first. They're going to go to this canal since the AI found it the fastest way to move. And just like that, they'll end up in Ethiopia. So while they're doing that, we can choose one of the options here, the offensive line or the spearhead. We're going to do the offensive line. And by right-clicking where we're going to attack, we're going to quickly right-click and hold to draw out where we want them to go, like a line such as this. We don't want to show them where they want to end, or what a lot of players do. They just draw it vertically or horizontally. We just simply sketch out the borders that we want them to achieve. And while we're doing that, there's an icon right here on assigned divisions. So Shift, click it, click Shift, and then click on it. And we're going to pause for a second. And then once you do this, you can create a new army. And this will take all of the divisions you have not assigned yet, put them in an army, and you can do what you just did, except on another front. So we're going to do this front in Ethiopia, and we're going to assign them like so, and draw the completely opposite border. So now we're going to attack from two sides, and Ethiopia is stuck in a two-front war of Italian Eritrea and Italian Somalia. So we're going to see how this goes. In order to make your armies more powerful, you can click on them. And if you have less than 24 or equal to 24 in terms of divisions, so that should be around 120,000 men in each, you can click and assign the general, for example, this guy, and he's going to give you plus 10% attack and plus 7.5 defense. So he's going to help you out majorly. We'll reassign one guy from here just so we can have 24. And we'll assign this guy. So now the war is going to go through a lot faster. While we're doing it, we also have these icons here. These can also be achieved by pressing F1, F2, or F3. We're going to turn the speed down a little. So, strategic air. And we can instantly see our planes. So we can either select them like so. Oh, see? Our plane research is done. So we can either select them like so, and hover them over here, or we can just simply click on it. Then we choose what we want them to do: bombing, interception, close air support, and air superiority. And this will also speed up how we do it. In Ethiopia, it's not really, it doesn't really matter, because if we right-click on them, we see that they have 0 airplanes and 0 navy. But yeah, it's something you should keep in mind. We can also click on individual divisions and send them, for example, here by clicking with the left button and then right-clicking. We can also do it faster, and the AI will figure out the fastest way to get to there. So this is useful for pretty much encircling your division, so to say, trapping them inside a circle that you've made yourself. See, they're breaking through. If this reaches 100 and it's green, it means that you're winning. So you want to see these green bubbles all around here. And you need to counterweight not only how many divisions you have. For example, there's 4 Ethiopian divisions and so many other Italian divisions, but how good your divisions are. In Ethiopia, it's really a small matter, because as you see, we're about to win with all these divisions encircling them. But it's a thing to note when you're playing as someone of more majors, such as the USSR or Germany. Switch them up again and doing a war. So I'll take some of my planes from Libya, right-click on my airport here, and it'll transport. So this is pretty much your land and air warfare that you'll want to keep in mind. Your navy is also a bit more important, but it's pretty much how you manage your land army, except instead of, well, pretty much how you manage your land army. You click what line you want them to do, and right-click where you want them to go, and over time they will go there. So we're going to click Select All to see where they are. And they're moving to the sea, and they're going to patrol. See? And now it's green, which means they're winning in the sea too, against a country which doesn't have any ships. So quite impressive. I didn't exactly show anyone how to do your advisors. I only explained it in the last politics episode, so I'm going to finish it up here. Click to add political advisor, democratic reformer, for example. And now in your decisions, you should probably see open up political discourse and these little functions you can do, which will increase the blue very, very slowly. We can see how fast it is increasing here with the popularity percentage. So that's how your politics and army maneuvers work. I'm just going to take a second until we fully encircle Ethiopia. We've already cut them off from the main lines, so this should be pretty easy. It took us a while because I was sort of on 5-speed, which you should practically never do if you're not attacking the whole time. So it's already August. But yeah, this was something. So when you defeat a country, you'll get to the treaty screen, and you'll be able to either click or right-click on it on any state that you want. Ethiopia has just one. And when you end your turn, it'll annex that state. Now, this is rather simple to learn here, but for example, let's say we're fighting Saudi Arabia. We can see they have 3 states: the Rab al-Khali, the Hejaz, and the Najd. So we'll need to do that 3 times. Just click here, and click here to finish it up. But yeah, once you're convinced you have it all and you can no longer make demands, click done, and Ethiopia is yours. So congratulations, you've just conquered your first country. And now this part of your focus tree is unlocked, where you'll be able to do tons of more stuff coming up in this game. And remember to do your research, as I have told you before. Make sure not to get lost while you're excitedly fighting in the war. But it's really interesting in the greater scheme of things. So HOI4 can get extremely confusing, and I know that I'm probably confused more than one person through making this video. But I hope at least I showed you some of the screens that are at hand. I stopped building my infrastructure in Rome that I did in the first video, or the last video. My research is being completed, my decisions are being made, and I'm soon to go democratic. So I'd say this is a pretty good start for playing Italy in the Allies, distancing ourselves from the so-called Axis powers. This was a basic rudimentary introduction to your politics, the countries you can choose, and the systems of warfare. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Please remember to like this if you did like it, and subscribe, share it with others. I'll be making more videos like this if it is in high demand. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please just leave them below. Thank you for watching, and until next time.